So my name is Marta, I'm a CLIL teacher, and today I'm here to explain you what is CLIL and why your children should study by using this approach. Content and language integrated to learning is an approach where students can study by using content and language at the same time. So it's a dual-focused education. For example, to solve a problem in maths, the students should know what do they have to do firstly, secondly, and finally. In science, for example, if we freeze water, it becomes solids. Regarding to objectives, we have 4 different fields that we take into account. Here you have culture, communication, content, and cognition. Regarding to content, remember, CLIL doesn't mean to make content easier, so they're going to keep solving problems, discussing, analyzing, learning new things, so don't worry. Remember that students will be all the time communicating each other, so they will learn a lot of language. Language of learning, that are the grammatical structures and the keywords. Language of learning, that are the words they are going to need in order to communicate, connectors and that kind of words. And then the language through learning, that are the new words they are going to be needing spontaneously. Regarding the cognition, here we have the Bloom's taxonomy that is going to be all the time taken into account in order to develop the sessions. Finally, regarding to culture, students will learn a lot from other cultures and will understand all of them. The list of the benefits of CLIL could be longer and longer and longer and longer, but to sum up and to make a quick review, remember multicultural knowledge, motivation, because the students will be engaged because they are learning content and language at the same time, so it's going to be everything very natural, meaningful context. They won't need any extracurricular lessons for the second language acquisition, and language would be natural, communication would be natural. They are going to receive many inputs from the foreign language, that kind of things, so you have to take into account them. Now I'm going to explain you my job, my role, the teacher's role, that is basically to develop our own lesson plans in order to take into account each classroom needs, each classmate's needs, and then also the individual needs, because not all the students will have the same level of English and not even the same level of content, so it's really important that the teacher understands what is the student understanding and also to see their process in language and content, in both. So it's really important to know that in order to scaffold the materials, to help them and to provide them the materials they need in order to understand all the session. So to understand us, scaffolding is basically ways that we are using in order to help students learning a language. That's it. So we have 2 different types of scaffolding. For example, the understanding scaffolding and the interaction scaffolding. Understanding ones would be, for example, self-repetition, paraphrasing, multiple examples, definitions, synonyms, giving graphic organizers, visual and multimedia, that kind of things. Of a scaffolded interaction, it's really important basically to create opportunities to speak. So they can speak in groups, in pairs with the teacher, they can speak in role plays, debates, but we have to leave, for example, wait time in order to let them answer without any anxiety, formulating the question, formulating the answer, and relaxed. If you are still thinking, who is CLIL for? Should my children study by this approach? So the answer is yes, CLIL is for all the students who want to learn a language and also content. So by using those scaffolding skills, all the students can learn. But remember, scaffolding is not forever, it's a temporary resource. So now it's just time for examples. So I'm going to explain you some CLIL tasks. So we have tasks to enhance communication, to develop reading skills, to guide writing production, and also to cultivate cognition skills. In CLIL we use 6 different types of assessments. So the initial, the formative, the final, the self, the peer, and the teacher assessment. And we have different methods to do it. For example, diaries, portfolios, tasks, traditional exams, rubrics, by giving feedback. Remember, we are assessing here content and language. And now it's time for your questions. Please ask everything that you have in your mind. Come on, type them.